I think it was in the 4th grade, maybe it was the 5th grade. We took a class trip to Washington, D.C. And my elementary school teacher at the time said, "You're going to be a United States Senator one day." And my mom, who was a chaperone on the trip, told me that story after I announced, and I kind of laughed and said, "Wow, well there's some foresight there, I guess." But I had no real ambition growing up. I really just wanted to offer up my skills and services in the best way that I could to make a difference. And if this is the right way to do that, then it would be my honor to do it. So I was born and raised in North Carolina, graduate of public schools and universities, including the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I was a political science major and a business administration minor at Keenan-Flagler. And politics was just what really interested me. Having graduated, I moved to Washington, D.C., was up there for a couple years. It's the only 2 years I've lived outside of the state. I got to know a lot of people who worked on the Hill. I was kind of the outsider because they all worked in politics or on the Hill, and I was the business consultant who had no business being on the Hill. But I found some ways to get involved while I was up there, had meetings with many different members of Congress and the Senate. 2016, of course, happens, and my friend looks at me and says, you need to run for office. And I said, "Okay, well, what office do you think I need to run for?" And he said, "You need to run in the 6th Congressional District." Before I even considered really tossing my hat into the ring, I went to candidate trainings, and I sat down with every single person who would give me the time of day on both sides of the aisle just to say, "Hey, what do you think?" And I expected someone along that road to say, "Don't do it, you're too young." But that never happened. And so then, July of 2017, we said, "All right, let's go for it." My family was on board, and we decided to go forward. If you could ever define an outsider, it would be the 28, then 27-year-old declaring to run for the United States House of Representatives. I think that we've had a lot of success, winning a primary and being right in the thick of it in a general election. My family has been a rock, and I've gone through a lot of personal stuff. There's a lot of pressure in a campaign, and I think that we've all had our moments where the pressure has been tough to handle. I've lived firsthand what the partisan divide in America looks like and has been for a long time. I've seen it in my family, and where my extended family is also very divided. And I found it interesting that there was common ground there. My experience in my family kind of taught me, hey, I'm kind of the glue. I'm kind of the force that can bring everyone together, find some common ground, and move forward. We're the outsider underdog, and I think that's what this country needs. I think this country really needs somebody who doesn't pretend to know all the answers and that is going to be honest and straightforward. I hope that you're going to see someone who is unafraid to speak up and stand up in light of some of the things going on in this country right now.